Hello, all, greetings. This is Gilles Mancian. I wanted to send blessings to you today and come to communicate, maybe I wanted to speak of many things about philosophy, the different points and addresses, but I ended up only doing half of what I wanted to because I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll make the first part. I will continue, I will synchronize my this one video, so on the French video. So what is the highest wisdom for us today? The highest wisdom for us today is the healer, to be the healer, to heal, to know that you are whole and complete, and whatever comes to your attention, you are able to bring things into conclusion, harmonious conclusion and healing. What is it we need to understand is responsibility, for we have that responsibility to fulfill our soul plan and to be aligned with whatever our highest good is. What we need to do is the higher self, to be one with our higher self, to invite more of our soul and spirit within it, to be conscious within our physical, material life, and so to become more connected to that higher self, higher plan. And the general message for us today is transformation. There is a great deal of transformation that are going on from within, from Jupiter that has been coming into Scorpio. So all kinds of things will be emerging from the subconscious. Or it's like a treasure fist of a treasure chest of things that will be coming to the picture. In a sense, we have three great forces that are always very important when we get involved in ascension. Is our ego, our individual, our small self. We have to recognize this small self as a child of the light, a child of God, which is the ego, the lowest octave of the spirit. Then there is the soul, which is the higher self, an eternal being of mighty power and consciousness that is the one that is making the process happen for us within this life. And so our soul is connected to our guides and to our soul family. And then there is our God self, our spirit self, the highest, our true self, the one that is the true potential of divinity, unity. And so those forces have to be, we have to integrate more of our higher self into our life so that our divine self may have more ability to work with us and through us. For it comes down to the oracle of Delphes, which was the oracles of Apollon, I think it was Apollon, who said, know yourself, know thyself, nothing more, epsilon. That means if you know yourself, you will know God and the whole universe. For you are one, and so once you know yourself, all knowledge will be yours. Nothing more, nothing, because anything that is hybris, that is not necessary, will prevent you from knowing yourself. And epsilon is the number 5. It is the ascended master domain. Is the 5-star point. We have 5 fingers, and so epsilon is the recognition of you are the true spirit. So it is important to understand. First, I wanted to say happy Thanksgiving. I hope you had a good time. I lived 20 years in America, and I always had, so Thanksgiving was a wonderful time, which is gratitude and sharing, and that should be every day. We should have gratitude, and we should be sharing what we came here to share. And so I hope this went. Now we should have a pleasant holiday and to move into a real sense of freedom. For many incarnations, we saw the body as a corporal prison. So we were encapsulated within our body and limited to the physical life circumstances. But now the doors are opening. They are open. Anybody can project. It's like the doors of the cage have been opened, and we're still like frightened little birds. We do not want to venture too far out of the cage because we're used to our cage, but in a sense the body is going to become the temple of the Holy Spirit, for it is the divine creation, and it is just a vehicle, a temple, an amazing vehicle that we embody, and as we come into our empowerment, we come to appreciate more of those both inner and outer power of discovery. For life, we have to accept life. Life is a force that is utterly beyond anyone's ability to control or to God says that he does whatever he wants. It's just his will that is, and so we, in a sense, one of the most powerful and brilliant prayer that has ever been thought was Our Father who lives in heaven, hallowed be your name. Thy kingdom come. Your will be done in heaven as it is on the earth as it is in heaven. I'm sorry, I wasn't planning to say that, but it's a very, very, very powerful prayer to anchor. So I wanted to speak of that freedom that is really opening for it is just through our third eye we are able to visit, to explore, to all kinds of limitation has been lifted from the universe. For understanding that life and death is one thing. It is not real. It is just a show. When God dies somewhere, he's reborn somewhere else. By the time that soul is ready to get reincarnated, this one goes. And so it is a constant. The omnipotence of God depends on his mutability. His immuability comes from his power to transform eternally. So it has to be accepted. For once we're no longer afraid of death, we're no longer afraid of life, and life becomes whole. Life becomes complete. Epicure was even saying that death could not exist, because when you're alive, you're alive. Death does not exist, and when you're dead, you're no longer death does not exist. So because you're dead. So in essence, and Socrates always believed that. There was a better life behind life. So it is the great unknown. This is really what makes us afraid. But in essence, we come back, we live the light, the true life, the bar. The bar is the true life, the essence, the eternal essence from the Egyptian standpoint. And we go down into the material world when we become the Ka, the incarnated, when we believe life is a temporal illusion. What we believe is that, but the bar comes to reconnect the Ka. The soul is always, there's always a potential of reunification between those two parts. And so yeah, there is also it is also understanding that all is law. There is only one divine law that is made of many, many aspects and law of all. The law of cause and effect for this universe is a universe of dark matter that was created with a single point of light, and the process of consciousness will go swing through a pendulum. But some people have pushed the pendulum way too high on both the light and the dark, and so now it's very difficult to get alone to stop the pendulum within yourself and connect to the light portal that connect all your chakras. For all is law. The law is freedom, becoming one with the law, becoming one with the all, becoming one with infinity, eventually. I also wanted to bring very briefly the idea of first contact. As a society, it is inevitable that we'll make first contact. It is a happy reunion between all the angelic and the galactic, and the spirit nature elemental. It will be a great. First, we have to make some peace on the earth before this can happen, but it will be a great mass awakening. An event of historical proportion. But for now, the first contact can be made on a personal level. Personally, I made it around 6-7 years old, and I reconnected in the early 90s. I started visiting Arcturian ships and so on. Like the Athena is a wonderful ship of light. The symbol is a Y with 2 dots. It's called the Athena. It's an Arcturian ship that is, if you seek to visit it, just express the desire, and if you're ready, you will be shown the way there. You will be encouraged or guided to that effect. And so this first contact can be done in many, many ways, but in essence, we want to know that you're already a galactic being, you're already a cosmic being, you're already a divine son of God or daughter of God, and so or the universe or the light. So that alone makes the connection possible. I'm probably going to write a book, a couple of books. I'm trying to finish this one, the first one, my first book. I think it'll be interesting to publish around the world in many languages, actually. The last thing I wanted to discuss is the energy of the term logos, the logos, how to use the logos. Logos is a term that means that was used mainly by Heraclitus in the 6th century BC. He used it in many, many senses. So it could be language, it could be communication, it could be discussion, words, morality, sense. But in a sense, Plato used the word logos as the higher form, that is the higher sanctified form, and that is really what the true logos would be their sacralized form. There is the Earth has a logo, is the planetary logo, is the Buddha right now. Then the solar system has a logo. The sun there are many solar logos: Solaris, Solara, Helios, Vesta, Ra, Sanat Kumara. Then there are galactic logos. Lord Melchior has been communicating as the galactic logo, and universal logos as Lord Melchizedek or Melchizedek. And so there are also many other forms of logos. That is a sacralized form of energy that you are able to nourish yourself from within the light body. And so those will have to learn to use that. One of the most famous logo that we is the yin and the yang. It is the understanding of darkness and light that is always in a dance, always in harmony. Darkness can never be eliminated from light, and light will never submerge the darkness, although at the end everything will be one. It is unavoidable that the light will consume all. But until then, everything is based on those polarity. The key to the understanding of that logo is that there is darkness within light always, and there is always light within darkness. And because of that, those two observers are always maintaining a balance of energy. And so it is a very important. It allows you to understand mind over matter, spirit over mind, and to understand the key of wisdom, so that you can use that key to understand the ascending into the light, the descending into darkness, and the balancing of the energies, and to allow yourself to find the key to the inner planes where all things will unfold. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to finish with a little song. And then I will be back for the second part of this message. It goes like this. It's called So Happy Together. Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you belong to me, and ease my mind, imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it has to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me. So happy together, so happy together. So how is the weather? So happy together. Well, thank you very much. I wish you a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.